What it be, what it be, what it do, what it do. It's your host, Dave, with the Dave and Blue Show. Tell your mama, your cousin, and your bro to like, share, and subscribe to the Dave and Blue Show. We lit. Yeah! Week 5, Game 5. Here we go. Michigan Wolverines football is taking on the Wisconsin Badgers at home in Ann Arbor in a maze-out Saturday. Big noon kickoff. It's going to be a fun time because it's going to be a great game because Michigan should win the game. So, today, you know what it is? It's the Major Keys Show. We are going to be doing our 3 major keys for offense and 3 major keys for defense. And these are the keys we're going to have to beat Wisconsin. So, we are going to jump right into it. Sorry for the hiatus last week with bye week. And next bye week, I will do better and actually put some content out for you guys. But yes, so we are back and better than ever now, though. So, let's get it. So, offensively, we've all heard, we all know, Wisconsin has the number 1 rush defense in the country right now. My first key is establish the running game. Make them prove that they have the number 1 rushing defense in the country. I want to see it. Because you really aren't the number 1 rush defense in the country until you've played against Michigan, quite honestly. So, because we're going to test you in the run game over and over and over again, and you're going to have to stop it, and Justice Haynes is coming. So, we're going to see if the offense can establish that run game and really see if Wisconsin is all that on the rush defense side. Because I don't trust it. So we're going to see. We're going to see if they can successfully bottle up Justice Haynes and Jordan Marshall and Bryce Underwood, then they're really the number 1 rush defense. But personally, you got to show me. So, yeah, they played against Alabama. They played against Maryland. They played against Middle Tennessee State. And I don't know the 4th team they played against. I'll have to go back and look at it. But regardless, right? So they have the number 1 rush defense. We're going to go into a little bit more tomorrow on the pregame analysis show about some of the people they have and stuff like that. But they have a stout defensive line. They have a defensive lineman who is a big fella, big dude. I think they said he's 340. So he's going to be trying to clog up the middle, and we are going to see, how they are. I think that we're going to have to stop. We're going to have to show them. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to really see if they can stop our defensive line. Because you got to show me. So, I think that we'll see. They have JVR Suggs, Ben Barton, or I think it's Ben Barton. Yeah, Ben Barton. So, and they have a couple other defensive linemen. But they are, their defensive line is obviously pretty stout if they're the number 1 rush defense in the country. Now, they play Maryland. That's it. Maryland, Middle Tennessee State, Alabama, and Maryland, Middle Tennessee State, Alabama. I don't know who the 4th. Oh, I still don't. Okay. Anyway, so establish that running game. I think that's what we can do. Because if you can successfully bottle up Jordan Marshall, Justice Haynes, and Bryce Underwood, then you truly do have the number 1 rush defense in the country. But until they hold us if they hold us under 150 rushing yards, I'll say they have the number 1 rush defense. If they hold us under 150 rush yards, because right now we're averaging 242 rushing yards a game. So if they hold us under 150 rushing yards, which I highly doubt, then they really do have the number 1 rush defense. But that still doesn't guarantee that they win the game, because their pass defense allows 234 yards a game, and that's not good. Now, this leads to my second point. This leads to my second major key here. Our second major key here is toss the ball around. They have a poor pass defense, so please toss the ball around. Hopefully, with the bye week having come and gone, we will have some health in our offense, and so Hogan Hansen, Marlon Klein should prayerfully be healthy. And we need to see these receivers, man. we gotta see it. We gotta see some catches. So I've heard Coach Moore said that Andrew Marsh, and Jamar Browder. Jamar Browder is personally my favorite player on the team outside of Bryce Underwood, but Jamar Browder is my favorite player on the team. So shout out Big Six, Jamar Browder. Yeah, I say shoot. Put Browder and McCulley on opposite sides and send them on go routes and see what happens. Just scare the defense a little bit. Please do it. Please. Put Andrew Marsh on an underneath route or Samaj or Goodwin. Maybe not Goodwin, but no, let's just look. Anyway, receivers, we got to see some catches. We got to see ball security. We got to see hands. We got to see some catches. So in the bye week, they said that Andrew Marsh and Jamar Browder were coming on. So, and we'll see. We'll see. And I think that if we can toss the ball around on them, then might as well do it. Bryce Underwood is a great quarterback, and as much as the numbers don't reflect that, a lot of it has to do with our drops. Like, we have 11 drops that's tied for second in the Big Ten Conference for drops, and we can't have that. Which is why they went back during the bye week and reevaluated the receivers. That's why, unfortunately, whatever they must have been doing sent Fred Moore packing, because Fred Moore left the program recently. Allegedly, he left the program. So that means that everyone got a chance again, and I guess he didn't make the cut because he left the team. But all love to him. Shout out Freddie Moore, man. I hope he does well wherever he ends up going. I hope this doesn't mess up any type of reputation he has or anything. I hope teams don't disregard it or discredit him because he left during the middle of the season, because that would be unfortunate. So, but he got passed up. Obviously, he got passed up in spring ball, and now he's gotten passed up again. So we need to see, put any of the receivers out there. Just give them some shots. Unless Goodwin makes some serious changes, and unless Samaj made some serious changes in this off week, we need to see some other receivers out there. I love Samaj Moore. He's one of my favorite players on the team. Goodwin, he's an elite route runner, but dude can't catch, at least right now. So, we got to see it. Hopefully he goes out there and makes some catches. If they put him out there, hopefully he goes out there and makes some catches tomorrow, because they have a bad pass defense, because we can't keep having this all season. We're going to have to be able to complete passes, because next week we play USC. So, it's trial and error. We're 5 weeks into the season now. Trial and error can't be our habit at catching the ball at the receiver position. We got to go now. So, put Kendrick Bell, Jamar Browder, Andrew Marsh. Put Jacob Washington and put somebody who can catch. We should win this game. So, if their pass defense is rough, we need to see some passes going. So toss the ball around, please. Toss the ball around. If they truly have the number one run defense, which I still doubt, but for whatever reason, if they can bottle us up, then, which I doubt, but hypothetically, if they can bottle up our run offense, then we have the quarterback and we have some guys at receiver who can make stuff happen, but they got to catch the ball. So throw people in the game who have maybe not been in the game yet and let them catch the ball. Because we can't have these drops, respectfully. We need to see, O'Leary, Jacob Washington, the new transfer receiver, Simpson, somebody. Because Goodwin and Samaj, unfortunately, they just keep dropping it. McCulley hasn't had a drop yet, so McCulley's good. They just need to throw it to McCulley more. They need to target McCulley at least 5 to 6, 7 times a game if they're going to throw the ball. Throw it his way at least 6 or 7 times a game, 8 times a game, because the dude comes down with the ball. Yeah, he was like half an inch from having that catch against Nebraska, which was a beautiful catch. So, give that man the ball. Let him go up and get it, or send him on a go route and let him beat somebody and head tap. Something. But we got to get something going here, because you're going to have to be able to throw the ball, and they're trying to throw the ball. We see it. We actually have a quarterback, and quite frankly, our passing attack, even though we've had all these drops, it's obviously better than last year because we have passing touchdowns. We have a passing play of 40-plus yards already, so it's already better than last year. So, hey, let's do it. I mean, there's no reason why if they can catch the ball, Bryce shouldn't have at least 200 yards passing in this game, at least. Because Wisconsin's pass defense is awful. So, come on. So that's number 2. Toss the ball around. See what happens. Receivers need to catch the ball. That's major key number 3. Receivers need to catch the ball. I kind of meshed those two together, so we know that the receivers need to catch the ball. That's what we've been harping on. Everyone's been harping on. The coaches have probably been harping on it in practice. The receivers are probably kicking themselves and harping on it themselves in practice, in training. So everyone knows that we need to catch the ball. So let's see it. Minor key for offense. Number 4, get to the red zone. The red zone is your lifeblood. No joke. Because Washington allows 100% scoring in the red zone this season. Opponents have had 8 trips to the red zone, and opponents have scored 8 times in the red zone. 5 of those 8 scoring drives in the red zone have been touchdowns. The other 3 have been made field goals. So if we get to the red zone, it's going to be money. Because we obviously have a great NFL caliber kicker in Zavada. We also have a better offense this year. We can run it, or we can throw it, or Bryce can scramble if necessary. We can do a lot of different things because we also have an offensive coordinator that knows what he's doing. So get to the red zone. The red zone is your lifeblood. Let's do it. Minor key for the offense, or minor key number 4, offense get to the red zone. Offense get to the red zone. I think we can do that. All right, defensive side of the ball. Defensive line, pressure the QB. Continue that strength, that wicked pass rush and pressure that we saw last week. Oh, no, not last week. The week before against Nebraska, right? 7 sacks in that game. Wisconsin's offensive line has been going through it. They've been shuffling guys left and right and putting in a bunch of different people, and it's still not working for them. And their quarterback they have playing tomorrow, more than likely, is not even their starter. And also, their starter in general, I mean, they're just not that. Their starter got hurt within the first few weeks of the season, and their backup is not much better. Because the backup has thrown 5 touchdowns. That's good, right? He's also thrown 5 interceptions. 50-50. So pressure him. We're going to pressure him. Defensive line. Do your thing. Jayshon Barham. Derek Moore. TJ Guy. Rayshawn Benny. Eno Etta. Trey Payne. Trey Williams. All the defensive linemen. I know I'm missing some of these guys. I'm sorry. Defensive line create pressure. Let's do it. So that's defensive line create pressure. Enough said there. Number 2, create turnovers. If the defensive line creates pressure, we're going to get turnovers. Like I said before, their quarterback has thrown 5 touchdowns and he has thrown 5 interceptions. So that means he is turnover prone. So let's turn the ball over. If you pressure him, he's going to get frazzled. He's going to throw a bad pass here or there. We're going to get a pick. Okay? So, defensive line pressure. 2. Major key number 2, create turnovers. Major key number 3, defensive backs continue to lock in, showing growth and development. Defensive backs, Jaden Sanders, Shamari Earls. I think Jair Hill or Zeke Berry should be back this week. I think is what I'm hearing. I'm not sure. The injury report obviously hasn't come out yet because this is Friday night. Rod Morris was back against Nebraska, so that's good. So we have our veteran safety, taking steps. No pun intended. He's getting back in the swing of things. Hillman. I think we may have Curtis back at some point. Mangum. So TJ Metcalf. So we have safeties, cornerbacks. So defensive backs, man, lock in. Continue to show that growth and development. And, turn the ball over. Like earlier, we mentioned it. Turn the ball over. And finally, minor key, wrap up and make tackles. Yep, wrap up and make tackles. Because you can turn any game that shouldn't be a game into a contest. You can turn anything into a contest in football if you let the other team run free. If you let the other team break tackles, if you miss tackles, if you miss open sacks, which we have unfortunately done a few times this season on pressure blitzes and safety blitzes or corner blitzes, we've missed open sacks before in the Oklahoma and Nebraska game. So we got to be able to wrap up. But that's pretty much it. Special teams too. Let's just see if we. Zavada was hitting. He hit a 56-yard kick against Nebraska. I'm not worried about Zavada. Our punt returners, though, Samaj still scares me when he's back there. I think they started putting Jack Taylor back there, or Joe Taylor. I think it's kind of interchangeable, Jack and Joe, but it's the same person. Number 39. I think it's 39. But yeah, 39. So, punt return. Catch it cleanly or just let it bounce. As long as it's not too close to the end zone, but just, don't put yourself in harm's way. So yeah, we need to see some, big, strong win. We need a big and emphatic win. So yes, I think we can do that. Obviously tomorrow morning or tomorrow morning is going to have to be tomorrow morning because the game is big noon kickoff. I will be posting my preview video. And we will go from there. So, tell your mama, your cousin, and your bro to like, share, and subscribe to the Dave and Blue Show. Thank you guys. We lit. Yeah. Go Blue.